Look, if you're in media or advertising, or really if you've just been on the internet lately, things are, well, they're kind of chaotic. There's just so much content everywhere. Today, we're going to dive into how AI is not just trying to manage this chaos, but actually turning it into a huge opportunity, especially for advertising. So let's break down how we got into this mess, and more importantly, where AI is going to take us next. Okay, first things first, we have to accept a really fundamental truth. The linear era, it's over. It's done. Gone are the days of everyone tuning in at 8 p.m. for the same show. Today, media is this constant, super personalized, totally unpredictable flow of content. The future is fluid, and that one idea, it changes absolutely everything. And to really get your head around the sheer scale of this fluid future, let's just look at a few numbers. On YouTube alone, 3.7 million new videos are uploaded. Not a year, not a month, every single day. You know that old saying about drinking from a fire hose? Yeah, that doesn't even come close. And remember, that's just one platform. And it's not just long videos. Pop over to Instagram and you've got more than 95 million photos and videos being shared daily. Just think about that for a second. We've gone from a fire hose to a full-blown tsunami of content. This volume is so staggering that it forces us to rethink everything we thought we knew about being a media platform or an advertiser. Now hold on, because just when you thought it couldn't get more complex, let's add another layer. In a massive market like India, a whopping 70% of all this new content isn't even in English. It's in all these diverse regional languages. So it's not just a volume problem anymore, it's a problem of incredible diversity and fragmentation. So what do we have? An absolute explosion of content in every format and every language imaginable. And this leads us to a really crucial point. The old ways of managing and making money from media, they're simply breaking. Let's take a look at exactly why that is. See, it's not just that there's more stuff to watch. The audience itself, you, me, everybody, we've changed. This chart here shows it perfectly. Our expectations are completely different now. A huge chunk of us prefer content in our own language. We trust influencers, and almost all of us are watching short-form video. The idea of a single mass audience is gone. It's been replaced by millions of tiny communities, all with their own unique tastes. And all of this brings us to one simple, unavoidable conclusion: the manual, human-powered systems that used to run the media industry, from someone watching content for safety to someone deciding where to put an ad, are just cracking under the pressure. You simply cannot hire enough people to keep up with the speed and scale. But here's the cool part. When old systems break, new solutions always rise up. So now we're going to pivot from the problem to the answer: artificial intelligence. And we're going to explore how it all works by looking at a real platform built for this new era, called Choice AI. So what is it exactly? Well, Choice AI isn't just another single-purpose tool. It's what's known as a full-stack platform. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying it's designed to handle the entire life cycle of media, from the second a video gets created all the way to how it actually makes money. And this end-to-end approach is absolutely critical. As you can see right here, the journey starts with creating and repurposing content. Then it moves into those really tough steps like content moderation and localization, translating it for different languages. And it all leads to the final crucial step: deep analytics and, of course, monetization. It's one single unified system built for a totally fragmented world. And it's that last piece, monetization, where things get really, really exciting. Because if you can truly understand content at this incredible scale, you can completely reimagine how advertising works. This is what we're calling the smart ad revolution. Smart ad placement is the core idea here. So instead of just slapping an ad at the beginning or in the middle of a video, this is about using AI to understand the video moment by moment. We're talking at the scene level to find the perfect, most relevant, and safest time to show an ad. Now, this is just fascinating. Take a look at this. The AI is literally breaking down the video frame by frame. It's identifying things like weapons, it's flagging profanity in the audio, and it's got timestamps for everything. So what does that really mean? It means a family-friendly brand never has to worry about its ad showing up during a tense, violent scene. Instead, that ad can be placed in a moment of pure celebration or joy, which makes it way more effective. So what does this all add up to? Well, it's a win for the advertiser, right? They get brand safety and much higher engagement. It's a win for the content platform because they get way more revenue. And honestly, it's even a win for us, the viewers, because we see ads that actually feel relevant to what we're watching. That's the power of this approach. Okay, but you might be thinking other tools exist, right? So what gives a platform like this an edge? Let's move on and see exactly how this kind of system builds a real competitive advantage. This comparison table really spells it out. A lot of other tools out there are what we call point solutions. They do one specific job pretty well, like dubbing or moderation, but the big problem is they don't talk to each other. The true advantage of an integrated platform is that it does the whole shebang, from understanding dozens of languages to placing that final ad, all in one seamless flow. And that integration, well, it translates into some pretty jaw-dropping numbers. By automating the entire workflow, a platform like this can deliver results up to 5 times faster and at a 60 to 70% lower cost than trying to stitch together a bunch of manual processes and separate tools. That's a total game changer. A really key part of the strategy here is this idea of being India-first, global-ready. I mean, think about it. If you can build your system to handle the immense complexity of the Indian market, with its dozens of languages and diverse cultures, you've essentially stress-tested it for the entire world. If it works there, it can work anywhere. So, we've seen the problem, we've seen the AI-powered solution, and we've seen the huge advantages. But what does this all mean for the future? Where is this technology actually taking us next? And this brings us to our final thought, a really big question. For decades, we created content with ad breaks in mind. But if AI can now place an ad in any specific moment within the content, does that change how we write, shoot, and edit our stories? If you can monetize a single emotion or a single action, the line between the content and the commercial starts to get, well, really blurry. It's a fascinating question and one that creators and advertisers are going to be wrestling with for years to come.